Yep. This is important. 114. We spoke about the writing of blackening the tefillin, blackening the rituals. Cited earlier, the Rambam hold the blackening of the batim is not halacha l'shemisinai. The rituals specifically. All the other Rishonim say no. It's not only the straps; it's even the batim. So it comes out what would be if a non-Jew would blacken them, blacken the batim. So we see tov she'ashchirim yisrael l'shmon. The Jew, when he blackens in every aspect of the tefillin, have to be done for the sake of the tefillin. So the blackening also has to be done for the tefillin. Below any Yehudi, it should be a Jew, not. But he says tov. It's better a Jew, not a non-Jew. So it seems to the inference from the Mechaber is, but if a non-Jew would do it b'diavad, it seems to it would be still valid.
Only for the button.
No, he does, here he doesn't differentiate. Tov she'ashchirim yisrael l'shmon v'lo ein Yehudi. Right? The tefillin includes the batim and the straps, both. The Ramah makes a differentiate. Miu b'diavad, koshim hishchir or abatim. But he says b'diavad, if the non-Jew blacken just the batim, it's valid. Avol ritzuas afil b'diavad posel. Because that's the Rambam. The Rambam holds the blackening of the straps is halacha l'shemisinai. The batim is not halacha l'shemisinai. We'll see. Tov. What's the sense? Halacha l'shemisinai. The blackening, I don't know. Tov. And you see, according to what? Right. No, just the opposite. The Mechaber is going like the Rambam. Right? The batim, the Mechaber doesn't differentiate between the straps and the what's the thing. We'll see. Tov, avol b'diavad koshel lididei, afil al yidei nehudi. According to Mechaber, the inference is that even if a non-Jew would blacken them, it would be valid. That the blackening does not be done lishma, even though it's halachah l'shemisinai. Nobody argues. Even though the straps have to be blackened, but that has to be blacked for the sake of tefillin, not. Since the blackening of the straps are halachah l'shemisinai, tzorach hashach l'shmon u'memelo bein Yehuda dein also l'shma apostle. Therefore, if the non-Jew blackens them, it's not valid. Okay, what about the leather, blackening the leather of the batim? It's only mitzvah. It's not ma'akev. It doesn't invalidate the tefillin. Since if it wouldn't be blackened at all, b'diavad, it will be kosher. So now that the non-Jew blackens it, it's not going to invalidate it, right? The Havali Ramod Lichtov, excuse me. The Kach Lobino Gamke Be Gamke Shach Lishma B'diavad. The Havali Ramod Lichtov Hagoso Bloshin Yishomrim. Achship Motziru Kampo Michayotze. Okay.
So the batim.
It's interesting. So it comes out like this. No. He said it's called Rov Poskim. So let's see. Have the only pair of tefillin you could find. The tefillin, the bias, the black ink is, the black dye is worn off, but the straps it's intact. Seems to be it's not a problem. It's only a little bit of because he said that's Rov Poskim. You could even say a bracha on such tefillin. And very often, or let's say a person sometimes you hit it, and it still has its squareness, but as a result of the chipped. It depends how badly it's chipped, but sometimes, very often on the side, around what's called the titura, the rim, the side, very often the paint comes off more easily on the sides. It's like, you can see like lines. The bias, it's uniform, it's much more uniform. It must have to do with the process, how initially they put it on. Because the side they cut open, right? Because that's how they check the tefillin. So every time they cut it open, to repaint it, it's like painting a painted wall. They don't strip it, or even they strip it to a degree, it's not the same. because the absorption of the leather doesn't absorb well. So if it doesn't take well, it's okay. I mean, it's not b'di'eved, it's valid tefillin, because it's the bias, it's not the ritzua. But if the ritzua wouldn't be black, then it's a problem, because according to the vast majority, the aval ritzua simosan nochri o afil Yisrael achshel l'shmon. Hatam kenal psif kol chabeit koshken kol dovish tzor but tefillin guf likuva. Anything which is a necessity has to be done l'shmo. Kemo asiyas habayis v'ashin shalo. The shin has to be done l'shmo, forming the shin on the bayis. V'chol protov shi'eb kadin o tfiroso, stitching the tefillin closed. Asiyas hakesh shalo, making the knot, has to be done l'shmo. All these aspects of tefillin halachah mishum Sinai. Emason Yisrael shlo l'shmon posel. So let's say the person made the knot, he was practicing on the knot, and he says, to make the knot, let's say on the shel rosh, and then he left it. It's not valid, because he didn't make it for the tefillin to be worn. He was just practicing how to make a knot.
He was practicing the shmon.
No, he wasn't practicing. The shmon means I'm making the knot for the sake of the mitzvah tefillin. Here he's being taught how to make a knot. Okay? So he didn't have in mind it's to fulfill the mitzvah tefillin. And he left it not this way. It's not valid. The Yishlam no Malasas kol zeh ali de cotton. He says, therefore, a child, a minor, should not make any of these areas of the tefillin. A minor should not. Afilim godel yamar al gabo v'yitzaveu lasos lishmo cheish lasam al de isha. Right? Because we said whoever's not obligated in tefillin is not qualified to write the tefillin. So whatever is necessary for the tefillin, which will make a difference whether it's kosher or not, a minor and a woman would not be kosher, valid, would not be qualified.
They could pay the bottom.
The bottom they'll be able to pay it, because that's only the mitzvah. Kol apsulem vur lekam sifslam ein shem sifkat nalveim. The ashchores haritzuos, the zeinenu beguf hatfilin. Hear this? Mutar yidei isha. He's saying the ritzuos, which are not the actual tefillin themselves, although it's halachah mishum Sinai, a woman can. What's the reason why a woman is not qualified to write tefillin? Because it says ukshartem uksavtom. Whoever is obligated in wearing tefillin is qualified to write tefillin. So since a woman and a minor are not, therefore they're not qualified to write the tefillin. So he says that goes not only on the writing of the parchments, even the bias. The ritzuos is something additional, because it's totofos. Totofos are the boxes. That's the leather boxes. So he says, Muta al diisha diodas lasos lishmo komuish aval aidei enu Yehudi v'kotin enu muta shiamar acher al gabom kidleel linyi klaf simen lamed beis ein shom siftes. Okay? Posul kosomogan abrom nim chozi shov ishchira. Now we spoke about ksav al gabi ksav. Let's say you have a black letter, and then you're refreshing the letter. This happens very often by Ksiva Sefer Torah. Even though Mikra Adin, it's not such an issue. We discussed many times, when they complete a Sefer Torah, the outline of the letter is there. Right? You only fill in the inside of the letter. Let's say that's not a stencil. Not a stencil. No, the letter's there. The actual letter's there. It's just the inside of the letter hasn't been filled in. So if you didn't fill it in, it's valid. Because even if you have just a sliver of the letter, as long as it's the letter, it's the letter. So now, what happens if you have Mechal Shabbos? Writing a letter in the Sefer Torah, it's not valid. Right? A person who doesn't observe the Shabbos, right, fills in a letter. It's not observed. What about if a woman? Sometimes they call them women. They give them a letter. They know what they're doing. They usually say, the sofer, I'll be your agent. So the sofer, he fills in all letters. Nobody fills in any letters except the person usually gives the Sefer Torah to the rabbi. But any ordinary people, the sofer is their representative. They give them the quill, they said, make me a shliach, and then they write for them. But sometimes a woman says, I want to write the letter myself. It's a problem. Or sometimes they'll have a minor filling in a letter. It's cute, he fills in the letter. But it's not valid. So it's not a problem, because the letter was valid even before the minor filled it in. But sometimes what the sofer do, they refreshen the letter. This is ksavaga, they blacken the letter. So if you re-blacken it, it's like you're rewriting the letter. The first letter is considered not there any longer. And this now, it's being infused with lishma. So that's what he's saying. He says, let's say, Logan Avram says, A woman, a non-Jew, blackened the strap, and it had to be done lishma. So the Magram says that if a Jew now, Yisrael went the shchira lishmon, somebody now repaints them. Again, it's black as, but he put another coating of black paint on it, or black dye, it's valid.
How do we know that a woman is not obligated to writing the Torah? If her writing doesn't count?
No, because it's connected to tefillin. Tefillin and Sefer Torah mezuzah, it's all connected. So it's Gemara. It's Gemara Menachos. It's Gemara Menachos. It's uksharta muchsavta. Well, anything to do with ksiva writing, whether it's a Sefer Torah, mezuzah, or tefillin, the person has to have an obligation of ksharta. It means putting on tefillin.
But when it comes to mezuzah, it's different.
Mezuzah also.
Women's obligated to put up.
No, that's something else. That's the man you'd be mechem. Because that has to do with her life, but that has nothing to do with the writing of the mezuzah. First of all, why shouldn't she be obligated? It's a mitzvah essay. It's not time determined. It's not time determined. So why shouldn't she be every positive commandment? If it's not time determined. No, so this is creating the mezuzah. This is writing the mezuzah. Torah says ukshatum uchsavtum. Whoever is obligated in kshira is qualified to write. If you're not obligated in kshira, which is a minor and a woman, they're not qualified to write. Kshira is tying it on your arm. Ukshatum lo sa yodecha.
That's being extended now to.
Because of the juxtaposition, right? It's called the smichus. The Torah juxtaposes the putting on tefillin to the writing of the mezuzah. Same thing. Mezuzah, Torah, tefillin, it's all the same thing.
So the women may be a menstrual cycle.
No, that's touching. There's a chumrah that a woman should, when she's menstruating, she should not touch the Torah. But here, it hasn't been created yet. I mean, you're writing it. Okay? Wait a second. So let's say the non-Jew blackened it, which is not qualified, or a minor. He says if the Yisrael went and re-blackened it, the Shema, it's kosher. Behavi rayos, prima godem sharechorim, isigo rayoso, v'nisharu b'din zed b'tzirachin. Because the Gemara in Gittin differentiates. If you have a red letter, remember we spoke about a red letter, and then you write a black letter on top of the red letter. So no, that is good. Because the black letter obliterates the red letter. The question is tikon or makalkel.
Yeah.
But it's obliterated. The letter that existed before no longer exists. But if you take a black letter on top of a black letter, that's ksav agav ksav, it's not simple. Because really the letter was there and you're just blacking the letter. You haven't added anything to the letter. No, so that's why they question it. You go and you write, you blacken the other side. The underside, which is in black, you do the other shmo. Even though then the hape chatzat shushchal lishmon l'malo, but it has to be on the outer side, right? We said earlier. No, that's right, because the underside didn't have to. So he should blacken that. No, then he turns the ritzu over. The underside becomes the outer side, and uses that. He uses that as the outer side. That's all if he has no choice. Better, the black, even on either side, should be done to Shmo.
So we say that he can't go with the black.
The Magram says he can. Black can go with black. But he says the others take issue with it, and they say it's not simple.
Why would we think he can't? Because it's creating a new.
No, because it's not creating new. Right. Even though you're adding the shmo is not enough of a change because it's not a physical change.
But he's describing the Gemara.
But it's halacha from Sinai. So it's the day in that Sinai that the tefillin, the ritual has to be painted black.
But it doesn't say so in the Torah.
Torah doesn't say anything about it.
Right.
We don't even know what tefillin are. Totofos, what it does. So
it's in the Gemara.
halacha machine. The Gemara, it says, it's recorded that it was a halacha machine. It was orally given. It's an oral interpretation of what tefillin is.
So if you read over it
Yeah, sure.
Let's see what over the black with red. Let's see what I'm.
But tefillin is not going to help you, or it's not going to
Okay,
go.
so what would that shape? What would that do to that film?
Tefillin?
Outside the straps. Let's say.
It would be
let's say-
puzzle.
So let's say.
Because it's not supposed to be red, it's
let's
supposed to be
say
black.
Let's say so if it went over those black straps that were done by a woman with red and then covered it with black, would that be good then?
Probably, yeah, would be good. Would be good. That's lishma. Has to be done by hand. That's like matzah.
A quick question about time. When it says that the first time you can put on talis and tefillin, does that correspond as well to the first time you can say the Birkat HaShachar?
No.
Or can you say Birkat HaShachar?
After midnight, you can say.
Oh, so even after alos, you can say...
Pre-alos, correct. There's a whole question is, even b'diavad,
So
you
I can
can.
even say it, is it better for me to say it now when I get up, before I come here to the Birkat HaShachar, or should I wait until it's...
Shenos al sefi, that you should wait. The first
then
bracha.
it's complicated. If I'm going to do that...
That's a
then-
of course, that's a question. B'diavad, it's okay, even that before alos. The crow of the rooster.
And so when is that one? When do you say that?
After
Same
dawn.
as talis and tefillin.
No. Even before talis and tefillin. Talis and tefillin is when you recognize an acquaintance at a certain a distance.
So when is the earliest that you can say all the Birkat HaShachar? Without
All
question.
after dawn.
After alos HaShachar.
Immediately after alos hashachar. You
So
say
then you can
everything.
start.
L'chatchila.
L'chatchila. And
Tefillin not.
l'chatchila, no problem.
No.
It's not even preferable. It's okay.
It's okay, 100% okay.
100% okay.
But Birkat HaShachar includes just the brachos,
Those brachos.
just the main brachos, that's it. Not past that.
Sure, you can say all Psukkah Zimmer before that.
Good.
After alos hashachar, definitely.
Because we're getting to this time.
You know, I'd say before dawn, before it.
Yeah, but it's not a question of dawn.
No, I know, but
Dawn is-
until 6:36 now. So
Okay.
It's much later. So that's why I'm
No,
asking.
no, because talis and tefillin is later than dawn.
It's later than dawn. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. Okay. Or even korbanos. But the even you should wait till after alos. Yeah. Okay, let's do Mesilas Yesharim.